Okay, so once you get that all finished, you want to go ahead and make sure that the white ink is dry, otherwise you're going to smear it all over the place. And then you just go ahead and fold it on the score line, but don't go all the way to the end, just go to the end of the score line. Put your finger down on the end and then pinch it, and you get kind of a V. Right here you can see the V, so it actually looks like a purse handle. And you go ahead and just do that for the other side as well. Just kind of pinch it up. Okay. And then open it back up and take a piece of sticky strip and put that down just on one side, the length of the score line. And then take that piece off and go ahead and pinch it all together again so that it sticks. And then to break it and make it bend a little bit, I just took my fingers and rolled it over my thumb and over my fingers to get it to kind of bend and break those fibers in the paper so that it'll bend nicely for you so it looks like an actual round handle. Okay? So let me check, see if this is dry. It looks like it's pretty well dry now. So you go back to your mat pack and your paper piercer. And what I did, you have all of your seam lines right going this way and going across this way. You've got 2 this way and you've got 5 going this way. So what I did is I took the same amount, the same holes right here, but instead of using the 2 outer ones, I used the 2 closest ones. And I just took and I put the seam, I put the 2 holes at the top of the paper and put the seam that I was going to go ahead and do right in the center between these 2 sets of holes, and then I just went ahead and punched them all at the same time. And I will go ahead and fast forward this for you as well. Okay, so now I have all of the paper piercing completely finished on this and on the handles. So I want to take my white gel pen again and go ahead and make all the little stitch marks, and I just usually do a little zigzag and maybe some X's because this does take a few minutes to do. And again, you want to try to pull your pen instead of push your pen, but this is what makes the little stitch marks. So it's not a sewing machine at all. You can choose to do the stitch marks or not to do the stitch marks. I know doing the stitching is a lot of work, but it does make it look all that much better. So it just kind of depends on what look you're going for. And I will go ahead and fast forward this part. Okay, so now that all of the stitching is done, you want to go ahead and get your little box again, and you take off the sticky strip, both sides of it. Okay, set that down, and you want to make sure that if you need to trim something, you go ahead and you trim it off, which I just need to trim that one little piece. And then you go ahead and put sticky strip on one side, all along the top. Okay, and you take your box, and where your sticky strip starts, I usually start right in the middle of one of the sides. Go ahead and stick it on there, and then just kind of make your crease mark. And sometimes I'll try to crease it up the side as I go along. And you just want to line it up with the bottom of the box. And then again, just crease it right there and line it up with the bottom of the box all the way around. When you get to the end, go ahead and remove that last piece of sticky strip. And go ahead, if you're not sticking to it as well, stick that on there. And then just kind of smooth your box and shape your box around to the way that you want it. Doesn't need to be completely square, otherwise it's not going to really look like a purse anymore. But I always try to do it like that. Okay. So there. Then you want to take your two handles, put your handles on. Now, to put those on, I just went ahead and took my paper piercer and I placed my handles where I wanted them to go, make sure that they, looked right to what I wanted. And then I took one of the filigree brads that I was going to use, hope you can see this, and poked all the way through. And I mean all the way through, okay? Don't poke your finger like I have. And then I go ahead and stick a silver brad in there, and then the little prongs, go ahead and open those so that it doesn't move, okay? And you just do that all the way around. Okay, so that's your little bag, and that is all completely finished. Now, if you want to put finishing touches, you can put like a little scallop border across the bottom, or across the top, or a little stitched border across the bottom. Whatever you would like to do to dress it up a little bit more. So in this one, I actually have a little owl tag on that one, and that's just done with a little 4-inch ball chain key ring holder, so, and the scallop punch. So that's how I dressed that one up. So there's the bags. Now for the card,